Okay, welcome to all of you. Session 6, Unit 4, Breach of Contract and Remedy for the Breach. Breach is not the breach, पुल होइन यहाँनिर ब्रिज भनेको उल्लङ्घन करारको शर्तहरू पालना नगर्नु नन फुलफिलमेन्ट अफ द कन्ट्र्याक्चुअल टर्म्स एन्ड कन्डिसन बाई इदर पार्टी. सो यु सी हियर पिक्चर हैन कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरेको देख्नु भएको छ पहिलो दोस्रोमा ब्रेक भयो हैन. सो contracting party always expect that the parties whatever they have agreed at the time of entering the contract, of course the parties will fulfill or able to fulfill or perform their promise according to the terms and condition as stated in the contract. contract मा लेखिए अनुसार contract गर्ने पक्षहरूले सोचे अनुसार जुन contract गरिएको हुन्छ त्यो contract fulfill हुन्छ भनेर एक्सपेक्ट गरिएको हुन्छ गरिन्छ भनेर नै एक्सपेक्ट गरिएको हुन्छ ट्रस्ट गरिएको हुन्छ प्रमिस गरिएको हुन्छ. So there may be the several reasons. Maybe the reason of the either parties on their one reason or negligence or any kind of that may be intentionally breach, deliberately breach, or it may be due to the circumstances or situation which is beyond the control of the parties. So कतिपय अवस्थामा पक्षहरूले जानै करारको शर्तहरूको उल्लङ्घन गरिरहेको हुन्छ अथवा करारको शर्तहरू पालन नगरिएको हुन्छ भने कतिपय अवस्थामा उनीहरूको नियन्त्रण भन्दा बाहिरको परिस्थितिले पनि करारको शर्तहरू पालना गर्न असम्भव हुने परिस्थिति सिर्जना हुन्छ. ओके, so whatever the reason, if the contractual obligation is not fulfilled or the terms and conditions are not performed by the party, then it becomes the breach of the contract. The breach of contract actually creates certain damage or loss to one party, and the party has certain rights and certain the legal remedies that is provided by the law. So कानुनले त्यस्तो अवस्थामा रेमेडिज को व्यवस्था गरेको छ, उपचारको व्यवस्था गरेको छ, कानुनी उपचार. So the party who is aggrieved party or the loss or damage bear by that party due to non-fulfillment of the terms and conditions or breach of contract, then there are several remedies available to that party, aggrieved party, and the contract can be cancelled by the party. That is choice of the parties where the breach that is due to non-performance or non-fulfillment of contractual obligation included in the contract at the time of agreement. हैन, कन्ट्र्याक्टमा नै पक्षहरूले के लेख्न सक्छन् भने तिमीले यो टाइम भित्र यो काम सम्पन्न गरेनौ भने त्यसको चाहिँ त्यो करारको उल्लङ्घन गरेको मानिन्छ. ओके, सो दे मे सेट सच काइन्ड प्रोभिजन इन कन्ट्र्याक्ट व्हाइल इन्टरिङ इन्टु द कन्ट्र्याक्ट. पक्षहरू आफैले पनि कन्ट्र्याक्ट गर्दाको अवस्थामा त्यस्तो क्लजहरू राख्न सक्छन् कि कुनै पक्षले समयमा कुनै काम सम्पन्न नगरेमा अथवा नगर्ने कुराको कुनै कन्डक्ट एक्ट्स एन्ड एक्टिभिटीज देखाएन हैन, कुनै काम कुरा गरेन. So where a party of contract without lawful excuse refuse or becomes unable to or fulfill his contractual obligations are not fulfilled or performed as per the term of the contract or agreement, the contract is said to be breached. So there are certain lawful excuse. It means that if it is not beyond the control of the parties, the situation is and the circumstances which creates the breach of contract. So non-fulfillment, impossibility due to the suppose disaster, flood, earthquake, like this pandemic situation, which are justifiable and recognized by law and as per law excusable refuse, excusable refuse and lawful excuse भनेको क्षम्य कुनै कुरा गर्न नपर्ने कानुनले डिफाइन गरेको अथवा दायित्व पूरा गर्न नपर्ने अवस्थालाई ल र कोर्टले रिकग्नाइज गरेको अवस्थामा बाहेक except that situation if the party refuse to perform, suppose Mr. A and B enter into the contract to supply certain goods, suppose stationery goods, and later on he refused to supply having any excusable reason or any valid reason, then that is a breach of contract. So if a party by his own act makes the contract impossible to perform is also breach. So करारको पक्ष आफैले नै नेग्लिजेन्ट गरेर हेलचेक्राइ गरेर, so not taking care or taking into account so regarding the nature of the contract where the things or the goods need to be kept safely or delivered safely or something like that. So if the parties are reluctant or they have there is a such kind of negligence of a party, due to that the performance or the promise becomes impossible or not fulfilled or not performed, that also creates a breach of contract. So पक्षले आफैले पनि त्यसरी हेलचेक्राइ गरेर कुनै काम पूरा गर्नलाई नचाहेको कारणबाट अथवा नगरेको कारणबाट पनि ब्रीच हुन सक्छ, कन्ट्र्याक्टको उल्लङ्घन, शर्तको उल्लङ्घन, शर्तलाई पालना नगर्नु, ओके, प्रमिसहरु पूरा नगर्नु, सो केही गर्नु अथवा नगर्नु, सो कम्प्लिटली नगर्नु. सो वी विल बी डिलिङ लेटर अन डिफरेन्ट, सो माइनर ब्रीच अर मटेरियल ब्रीच भन्छ हैन, सामान्य उल्लङ्घन अथवा सामान्य शर्तहरुको पालना नगर्नु अथवा major course, so whatever the parties have already agreed at the time of entering into the contract to do or not to do something, it depends on that. Later on the parties fails to perform or fulfill the certain promises, it may be minor or major. So there are different types of breach. So once the contract has been breached, it comes to an end, but it confers the various remedies to the injured parties, that is party not in default. So जसले करारको उल्लङ्घन गरेको छैन, जो शर्त उल्लङ्घन गरेको छैन, त्यो पक्षलाई चाहिँ के छ, करार ब्रीच, अर्को पक्षले जसले उल्लङ्घन गर्छ, जसले शर्त सम्झौता पालना गर्दैन, सो उसको विरुद्ध केस फाइल गर्ने victim पार्टीले, injured पार्टीले जसलाई हानि नोक्सानी पुगेको छ उसले क्लेम गर्ने अधिकार राख्दछ र there are remedies available by the court of law. So material breach and minor breach, sorry, go even agadi. So first one, so first one is anticipatory breach and actual breach. So there are mainly 4 types of breach. So most breach of contracts fall into one of the 2 categories, that can be either be considered actual breach or anticipatory breach. So anticipatory breach occurs when one party announces in advance of the due date for the performance that he intends not to fulfill his side of the bargain. If a service is delivered on a monthly basis and the receiver says that they won't be paying for a month but still expect the service, that would be an anticipatory breach of contract. So actual breach, when the contract has been breached on the date of performance or at the time when the performance is due, is called the actual breach. That is, actual breach भनेको कुनै तोकिएको समयमा तोकिएको तरिकाबाट. So that is not fulfilled or fails to fulfill. Suppose, so a contract to supply bags to be on 27th July. By some reason or problem in supply system, he fails to supply the goods of that day. There is a breach of contract, which is actual breach. So अब हामी minor र so both actual and anticipatory contract breach are bad news for the individuals and organization at hand. They can waste both money and time and certainly lead to the frustration of everyone involved. The parties that creates the frustration of contract भनेको काम पूरा गर्ने अवस्था नहुनु, हैन, इम्पोसिबिलिटी क्रिएट गर्नु अथवा चाहना नहुनु. सो एक्चुअल ब्रिज र एन्टिसिपेटरी तोकिएको समयमा र त्योभन्दा अगाडि. मटेरियल ब्रिज एन्ड माइनर ब्रिज भनेको मुख्य रूपमा सो मेन कोर्स मेन गर्नुपर्ने सम्पन्न गर्नुपर्ने काम कुरा नगरेर. सो ब्रिज अफ कन्ट्र्याक्ट क्यान अल्सो बी माइनर or material. A breach is likely material if one party ends up with something significantly different than what was specified in the contract. If you enter into a contract with a marketing company to build a fully functional website by a certain date and they fail to deliver, that would be a material breach of contract. भनेको almost काम नगर्नु, that is material breach. माइनर ब्रिज चाहिँ अलमोस्ट काम. सो हामीले लास्ट सेसनमा हेरेको थियौं नि के रे फन्डामेन्टल सारभूत के गर्ने फन्डामेन्टल पर्फर्मेन्स, हैन. सबै सपोज एउटा बिल्डिङ बनाउने कन्स्ट्रक्सन सम्बन्धी कन्ट्र्याक्ट छ. त्यो कन्ट्र्याक्टमा बिल्डिङ सबै तयार भइसक्यो, सब्स्टेन्शियल पर्फर्मेन्स भनेको थियौं है हामीले लास्टमा. सो यहाँनिर तपाईहरुले हेर्नुपर्ने कुरा पनि त्यही छ कि मटेरियल ब्रिज भनेको चाहिँ ठ्याक्कै त्यसको तपाईले उल्टोमा हेर्नुस्. त्यहाँनिर सब्स्टेन्शियल पर्फर्मेन्समा अलमोस्ट काम गरिसकेको हुन्छ, माइनर कामहरु मात्रै बाँकी हुन्छ. सो मटेरियल ब्रिजमा चाहिँ अलमोस्ट काम केही गरेको हुँदैन, सो माइनर कामहरु मात्रै बाँकी हुन्छ. सो हियर यु सी द माइनर ब्रिज. माइनर ब्रिज means in many cases a minor breach means that one party failed to perform some part of the contract even though the specified item or service was ultimately delivered. If a computer was delivered but the user manual was either missing or incomplete, suppose there is a contract of supply of computer, you know? So if the part who deliver the computer sends a new complete manual, then there is no harm done. So minor भनेको चाहिँ कम्प्युटर सप्लाई गर्ने थियो. अब चाहिँ मेन्युल अरु सानो सामान्य कुनै भनौं न, अब कम्प्युटर सप्लाई गर्यो, माउस छुट्यो अथवा कुनै मेन्युल सामान्य चीजहरु. ओके, सो माइनर as you know usual the things that is the almost terms and conditions are fulfilled but minor things are left. That is minor breach. So actual and anticipatory breach, material and minor breach. As we have already discussed, substantial performance and हैन सारभूत करारको परिपालना गरेको अवस्था र पछाडीको अवस्था. Let's see that the picture and where you see here. So party A is a contract breaching गर्ने party हो. So party A breaches that contract. So minor breach and substantial performance. So minor breach सँग चाहिँ substantial performance जोडिएको हुन्छ भनेको substantial सारभूत रूपमा उले काम गर्ने चाहिँ गरिसकेको छ र केही कामहरु छुटपुट कामहरु बाँकी छ. So party B, here you see the contracting party B, non breaching party. यो पार्टीले चाहिँ B ले चाहिँ कुनै कन्ट्र्याक्टहरु ब्रीच गरिरहेको छैन तर कन्ट्र्याक्टिङ पार्टी A ले ब्रीच गरेको छ. So remedy available, that is party B may recover damage. So nominal damage or deduct that amount equivalent to the amount actually, suppose घरको ठेक्का छ एकजनालाई मानौं भने बिल्डिङको. So building has already completed so construction has already been completed and renovation or coloring something like that. Okay, so minor parts are left. Okay, things are left. Then party non-breaching party may claim for certain amounts for damage or may deduct the while making payment to the parties, हैन. So ठेकदारलाई पैसा दिँदाखेरि उले केही पैसाहरु त्यस्तो छ भने कटाउन सक्छ अथवा ड्यामेज nominal damage recover को लागि क्लेम गर्न सक्छ. So another you see here the contracting party breaching party. So party breach the contract and there is a material breach and inferior or less performance, least performance भन्नु मात्र एकदमै थोरै कामहरु मात्रै भएको छ. So material चाहिँ के भन्छ एकदम सारभूत रूपमा चाहिँ फन्डामेन्टल कामहरु चाहिँ भएको छैन. So that is called material breach, inferior performance. यस्तो केसमा चाहिँ के गर्न सक्छ कि non breaching party, here you see the party is non breaching party, हैन. non breaching party ले अब यहाँनेर कन्ट्र्याक्ट को टर्म्स एन्ड कन्डिसन अनुसार loss or damage whatever bear due to that material breach can be claimed by the non-breaching party or rescind the or prohibit or cancel that contract. Contract को अब फर्दर अरु काम गर्नलाई रोक्न पनि सक्छ अथवा क्यान्सल गर्न पनि सक्छ पार्टी कले non-breaching party, here party B. So you have to understand where these substantial performance and minor breach concurrently this comes together. So you see in picture also. So material breach, inferior performance. So of course काम almost गरिएको छ भने त्यहाँ सामान्य minor छुटेको हुन सक्छ. Actually and completely done, सम्पूर्ण कामहरु भएको पनि हुन सक्छ. So always party expect to fulfill the contractual obligation by the concerned parties whatever they have agreed at the time of entering into the contract. So it should be actually done or completely performed. So त्यो जहिले पनि पक्षहरूले एक्सपेक्ट गरेका हुन्छन् र भइरहेको पनि हुन्छ. Here you have to understand if there is a minor breach, the non-breaching party may deduct certain amounts from the payment to the concerned other party. In the case of material breach, so party non-breaching party cancel that contract and claim for damage in court of law. So remedies for breach of contract: relaxation of the contract, contract cancel गर्ने, claim for damage, claim for quantum merit, so reasonable amount claim, काम गरिसकेको, when either party has already done or some tax or supplied certain goods or provided service for that. Later on the contract is in the almost impossible or the void, declared void in that situation. So whatever the party has already done or service provided, for that the party can claim for a reasonable money or amount, that is claim for quantum merit. So claim for a specific performance and claim for injunction or necessary order from the court. So these are the remedies available to the victim parties, to the aggrieved parties. Relaxation of the contract, that is when a contract is breached by one party, so other party may treat the contract as terminated by giving notice to that effect and refuse for further performance. So you have to visit section your contract remedies, breach and remedies को related sectionहरू that you have to visit section 535 देखि 535 देखि 541 and 542 544. So 535 535 दफादेखि 544 सम्म तपाईले that you have to read, you have to visit, you have to go through for that breach and remedies related section. So here relaxation of contract, that is stated in section 535(2) of civil code, that is the relaxation is a right of a innocent party, the party who is not in default in the situation, or the parties, another party who has breached that contract or not fulfilling the contractual obligations or not performing that or refusing that to perform his obligation under it when it has already been breached by the other parties. So for example, a promise to make supply 150 bags on a certain days where B agrees to deposit the price on the A's bank account. A ले B लाई bags or supply गर्दैछ certain days भित्र र A को अकाउन्टमा सप्लाई गर्न साथ के गर्छ, B ले उसको अकाउन्टमा चाहिँ रकम डिपोजिट गर्छ अथवा रकम राखिदिन्छ. So there is a contract between A and B. If A does not supply the goods, B is under no obligation, no claim can be made by A that B also has not fulfilled his obligations. अब यहाँ A ले गर्नुपर्ने पहिला कबुल प्रमिस के गर्नु पर्यो, सप्लाई गर्ने काम गर्नु पर्यो हैन. So until and unless if it is not done, then B is no under such obligation to deposit that amounts of money in A's bank account. So no claim can be, भनेपछि एउटा पक्षले काम पूरा गरेपछि, कबुल पूरा गरेपछि अर्को पक्षले गर्ने भनेर if there is a contract concluded between the parties stating such kind of terms and conditions, then first party need to fulfill his obligation firstly. Then the contractual obligation need to be fulfilled by the second party. The available remedy under this heading always depends upon the option of the aggrieved party. So यहाँनिर aggrieved party ले जुन पक्षले भनौं न यहाँनिर सप्लाई गुड सप्लाईको कुरा छ, ब्याक सप्लाई कुरा छ, ब्याक सप्लाई पाएन भने सो त्यो कन्ट्र्याक्टलाई क्यान्सल गर्न पनि सक्ने हो. So if any certain reasonable कुनै क्लेम गर्नुपर्ने छ भने so may claim that. That is optional of the parties. So claim for damage. करारको शर्त उल्लङ्घन गरेको कारणबाट. So due to the breach of contract, non-fulfillment of terms and conditions by the parties, the claim for damage is one of the most important and most usual form of remedy. So in the contract law, so damage are monetary compensation awarded by the court to the injured party for the loss or injury suffered by them. So यो कोर्ट अफ लॉ मा तपाईले क्लेम गर्ने कुरा चाहिँ इन्ज्योर्ड पार्टीले, विक्टिम पार्टीले जसले ड्यामेज लस बियर गर्यो ड्यू टु दी नन फुलफिलमेन्ट अफ कन्ट्र्याक्चुअल अब्लिगेसन बाइ अदर पार्टी, that is to be justified, verified and established by the evidence in court of law. So who is going to claim or file that case or claim for damage or compensation? So that application must be justified or verified with the evidence. So जुन दाबी गर्न गइरहेको छ त्यो कन्ट्र्याक्टको अर्को पक्षको ब्रीचको कारणले नै मेरो लस ड्यामेज भएको हो. So not other reason. So due to that reason, the reason is the non-fulfillment of contract or non-fulfillment of terms and conditions by the other parties. त्यो कुरा चाहिँ इस्टाब्लिश गर्नुपर्छ. त्यो कुरा विथ एभिडेन्स जसले क्लेम गर्ने हो उसले इस्टाब्लिश गर्नुपर्छ, जस्टिफाई गर्नुपर्छ. So the claim for damage is not the claim for punishment, but it is a claim of compensation. So यो उसले एउटा पीडित पक्षले, पीडित पार्टीले जसबाट जुन अर्को पक्षको कारणबाट लस बेयर गरेको छ त्यसको दाबी गर्नु भनेको चाहिँ इट्स अ क्लेम फर compensation, not the claim for the punishment to that parties. यो कुनै सजायको कुरा भन्दा पनि compensation को दाबी गर्छ. So damage are of two types, ordinary damage and special damage. Generally the damage arising as a natural consequences of the breach of contract is called ordinary damage. For example, a contract to supply 1000 pieces of bricks or one trip brick one अथवा एउटा एक ट्रिप इटाको suppose example. So there for the construction of house or building to be Rs 20,000 to be supplied after 15 days from the date of the agreement. So A र B को बीचमा agreement आज भयो अथवा 15 दिन अगाडि भएको चाहिँ सम्झिनुस् कि 15 दिन पछि चाहिँ 20,000 मा 1000 पीस चाहिँ इटाहरू उपलब्ध गराउनु. So on the said date he refused to supply bricks by giving notice to B. अब यहाँ पछि के गर्यो अल अफ सडन अचानक रूपमा चाहिँ उले बीले त के भन्दाखेरि अब 15 दिन पछि 20,000 मा मैले 1000 ब्रिक्स हैन इटाहरू प्राप्त गर्दैछु भनेर उ कन्फर्म भएर बसेको थियो. त्यो अनुसार ठेकदारले पनि मान्छेहरू काममा खटाइरहेको अवस्था छ सपोज. सो तर later on he refused to supply bricks by giving notice. So सूचना पठाएर म दिन सक्दिन इन्फर्म गर्छ. सो कसले एले. So B on the same day, अब त्यहाँ त मान्छे किनभने फिल्डमा काम गर्न तयार छ, उसको अरु लेबरहरु कन्ट्र्याक्टरले त्यहाँ डेप्युट गरिराखेको छ भने त्यो अवस्थामा इटाले त काम रोकिने भयो. ओके. सो immediately the B source, suppose like the इटाको स्क्यारसिटी छ अथवा इटाको भाउ बढ्दै छ भनेर उसले 15 दिन अगाडि नै कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरिसकेको छ हैन, तर त्यो दिन उसले रिफ्युज गर्छ एले सप्लाई गर्नलाई भने उसले कहीँबाट त्यो व्यवस्था गर्नु पर्यो। सो on the same date B purchased the said bricks for 22,000, B is entitled to recover Rs 2,000 from A as damage। अब उसले तुरुन्तै किन्नु पर्दाखेरि त अहिले 15 दिन पछाडिको जुन 15 दिन अगाडि उसले कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरेर रेट एन्ड टाइम फिक्स गरेको थियो क्वान्टिटी सप्लाई, अब आजको मितिमा त्यो बढेको हुन सक्छ अथवा इमिडिएटली उसले प्राप्त गर्नको लागि सर्टेन एडिशनल अमाउन्ट नीड टु बी पेड फर दैट हैन। सो यहाँनिर कति भयो 2000, अब मेबी द अमाउन्ट डिफरेंट हैन। सो 20,000 50,000 1 lakh, obviously it depends on the volume or quantity of that goods to be supplied and the rate on that date हैन। सो त्यो मितिको दर र क्वान्टिटीको आधारमा पनि फरक हुन सक्ने भयो। सो यहाँ के गर्यो, बीले बढी तिर्नु पर्यो नि के को कारणले, एले अन्तिम आवरमा आएर रिफ्युज गरेको कारणले। सो एले बी सँग सप्लाई गर्ने त सहमति गरेको थियो, कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरेको थियो, सो टर्म्स एन्ड कन्डिसन फुलफिल भएन। सो दैट ड्यू टु दैट बी bear certain losses, certain additional amount to be paid for that हैन। actually the amount that has already agreed with A, later on A refused to supply, then B bears a certain additional amount of damage for that loss or damage. B is entitled to recover and to claim that in court of law. So that is ordinary damage. For this type of damage, it must be clearly established that there would not be loss if the contract had not been breached and the breach directly resulted the loss. So claim गर्ने बीले चाहिँ के गर्नु पर्यो, के इस्टाब्लिश गर्नु पर्यो भने एकै कारणबाट मैले बढी पैसा तिर्नु परेको, यसले ब्रिज गरेकै कारणबाट, कन्ट्र्याक्ट गुड्सहरु सप्लाई नगरेकै कारणबाट भन्ने कुरा देखाउनु पर्यो। ओके, सो that is apparently C हैन। So special damage, damage which are resulted from the breach of contract under special circumstances known to the parties, it represent as amount of the money in addition to the ordinary damage or loss। अब यदि पक्षहरूले if the parties agreed that certain amounts, so in the future, in the probable situation where there may be risks, there may be the certain kind of risks or damage हुन सक्ने अवस्थालाई पक्षहरू अहिले नै कन्ट्र्याक्ट गर्दाखेरि नै उनीहरूले सर्टेन अमाउन्ट चाहिँ नोक्सानी ड्यामेज बापत भनेर सो लिन दिन तयार छन्। सपोज सो लाइक अ हाइड्रो पावर प्रोजेक्ट कन्ट्र्याक्टर, सो ड्याम साइड and the situation, the land of the situation is not that much, the strength छैन, so कुनै पहिरो जान सक्छ अथवा केही हुन सक्छ, suppose like that। For example, probable future situation which may create a breach or the certain kind of loss or damage that is calculated earlier at the stage of entering into the contract if parties agree that is special damage। भनेको पक्षहरूले पहिले नै त्यो कुराको जानकारी प्राप्त गरेर नोक्सानी हुन सक्ने, ड्यामेज हुन सक्ने कुरालाई जानकारी लिएर यदि त्यो कुनै निश्चित अमाउन्ट हानि नोक्सानी बापत बेयर गर्ने भनेर कन्ट्र्याक्ट गर्छन् भने, अग्रीड गर्छन् भने that is special damage। under subsection 1 of section 537 of civil code, it has laid down the rules for such damage and had made it mandatory that the injured party to recover such damage must be established. The fact that breach of contract may cause the further loss was already known as contracting parties, especially the party in the default. So the injured party cannot be claimed special damage as a matter of right which he could recover as in the ordinary damage. So ordinary damage जसरी उसले अधिकारको रूपबाट भन्दा पनि, so the parties has already earlier at the stage of at the time of entering into the contract calculated that amount, हैन, future probable risks र damage को लागि त्यो भएको खण्डमा त्यो कुनै रिस्क एक्चुअली भयो भने, इभेन्ट भयो भने, अथवा पहिरो गयो भने के ड्याम साइडमा, सपोज in the case of hydropower project, suppose in that situation the parties agreed at the time of entering into the contract and calculate certain amount and ready to pay for that damage if it happens or occur that kind of incidents, that is special damage. So nominal damage, the term refers as sum of money that may be spoken but has no existence in point of quantity. For example, rupee nominal is negligible. This is awarded in case where the plaintiff is able to prove a breach of contract but has not suffered any real loss, or where though he has suffered loss and fails to prove it, or fails to prove the actual quantum of it. So कतिपय अवस्थामा nominal, negligible, so reasonable amount calculate गर्न नसक्ने हुन्छ, that is nominal damage, हैन. So यसलाई चाहिँ के भनियो भन्दाखेरि substantial performance चाहिँ भएको तर एकदम minor nominal हुन नसकेको अथवा कुनै ड्यामेज भएको that cannot be actually calculated or reasonable छुट्याउन सक्दैन. Okay, so minor or nominal. Penalty and liquidated damage. Sometimes the parties to a contract may agree and provide such term at the time of agreement that on the breach of the contract by either of them, a certain specified sum will be payable as damage, which called either liquidated damage or penalty. So यदि करारको शर्त अनुसार कुनै टाइम तोकिएको छ, कुनै म्यानर तोकिएको छ, त्यो अनुसार गरिएन, समयमा ढिलो भयो भने ढिलो भएको जहिलेबाट ढिलो हुन्छ. So if the party disagree that terms and condition, once the time lapse or the time exceeded, that is that is a amount of breach, if the parties agree that यदि पक्षहरूले टाइम तोकेको टाइम भन्दा काम कुरा सम्पन्न गर्न सकेन र टाइम एक्सटेन्ड हुनुपर्ने अवस्था आयो भने त्यसलाई ब्रिच मानेर दाबी गर्ने कुरा लेखिएको छ, कुनै रेमेडिज अवेलेबल हुन सक्छ भन्ने अग्री गरेको छ भने त्यही अनुसार हुन्छ. यदि the parties consider that certain reasonable time extension or the manner that is agreed by the parties which is reasonable, and they may say that if their time exceeded, so how many days, suppose calculate that the days and the liquidated damage, they may agree at the time of entering into the contract. So per day, per day, प्रत्येक दिन जति दिन उले ढिलो गर्छ नि काम, जस्तै कन्ट्र्याक्टरले कतिपय कन्ट्र्याक्ट कन्स्ट्रक्सनको केसहरुमा कन्ट्र्याक्टर र सप्लायर इम्प्लोयर, जस्तै भनौं न रोडहरुको अथवा कुनै बिल्डिङको कन्स्ट्रक्सनको सरकारी कामहरुकोमा कन्ट्र्याक्ट गर्दाखेरि त्यो जति दिन डिले हुन्छ त्यो डिलेलाई मल्टिप्लाई के सो सर्टेन पर्सेन्ट अर अमाउन्टले मल्टिप्लाई गरिन्छ है, त्यो दैट इज लिक्विडेटेड ड्यामेज or may set certain penalties so that can be recovered by the aggrieved party. So loss of reputation. So kasैको ख्याति, goodwill, reputation, that is also kind of important, or the intellectual property भनिन्छ नि हैन, goodwill, trademark, goodwill. Okay, so we'll be dealing on that session. अब IP को छुट्टै लजहरु छ, intellectual property, copyrights, patent, trademark and design acts that we will be dealing on that session. So now here you have to understand that is the amount, the money which can be calculated or fixed or determined, that is damage, actual damage, okay, ordinary damage, special damage, or certain reasonable amount. So here you have to understand that is the reputation or goodwill, which cannot be calculated as the ordinary or special damage that we have already discussed. So in general, no damage are awarded for mere disappointment or loss of reputation or social discredit, but it has been established that where there is loss of reputation causes financial loss, it can be recovered. So तपाईको goodwill reputation को कारणबाट financial loss भएको कुरा that you have to establish. So it's a difficult task to calculate, to determine that certain amounts for damage or for claim for damage. Okay. So where a contract entitles an actor to be advertised as playing a leading part or role at a well-known music hall, the actor may recover damage for the loss of publicity and for any injury that his failure to appear may causes to his existing reputation. So we can take such kind of example, and may be other kind of example, or reputed company, reputed brands, or the trademark we see, we find, and it's just kind of the reputation due to the non-fulfillment of or negligence of other parties that harms the reputation or the goodwill. So, but it is a difficult task to calculate, to determine that the loss, actual loss, or that is, so it must be related or it must be determined. So due to that loss of reputation, there is certain financial loss or financial, the certain amount that is bear by the parties, loss or damage. So त्यो कुरा चाहिँ establish हुनु पर्यो, त्यो financial matter सँग के हुनु पर्यो, establish हुनु पर्यो. Just mere the saying that is reputation or goodwill loss or something like that भनेको भर्न मात्रै भएन. Okay, so damage or physical inconvenience and discomfort. So damage for the physical inconvenience and the discomfort resulting from the breach of contract can be recovered. So where a passenger was sent down by a railway company at the wrong place and he had to walk several miles to reach his destination, he was held entitled to damage for the inconvenience suffered by having had to walk. So एउटा केसमा इन्डियन कोर्टले पनि इन्टरप्रेट गरेको छ कि एउटा डेस्टिनेसनमा पुर्याउनु पर्ने अर्को डेस्टिनेसनमा पुर्याइदियो अथवा अर्को डेस्टिनेसनमा पठाइदियो. सो त्यसको कारणबाट उले ओके व्यक्तिगत इन्डिभिजुअल हुन सक्छ, सामानको हुन सक्छ, एडिशनल एक्सपेन्डिचर खर्चहरु भएको हुन सक्छ हैन. सो फिजिकल उलाई इन्कन्भिनियन्स अर डिस्कम्फर्ट भएको अवस्था छ भने इफ इट इज that is calculated or determined, that can also be recovered by the court of law on the applications of aggrieved party. So aggrieved party पीडित पक्षले दिएको एप्लिकेसनको आधारमा कोर्टले त्यसलाई के गर्न सक्छ, रिकग्नाइज गर्न सक्छ र कोर्टले त्यो अवार्ड गर्न सक्छ certain damage or certain amounts. Difficulty of assessment damage. The party cannot be deprived from claiming damage on the fact that there is no reasonable method to calculate the loss suffered by him because of breach of contract. The court has to work its best to determine the loss caused to the injured party in a particular case. So assessment गर्न यस्तो केसहरुमा, यस्तो कुराहरुमा damage loss assessment गर्न अथवा determine गर्न गाह्रो कुरा हो. So त्यसैले कोर्टले के हेर्नु पर्यो भने the substantial evidence, पर्याप्त evidence, supportive evidence, so and that must be calculated whether there is a financial loss or not. So just saying in the reputation or in the goodwill only or such like matter. So court has to work its best to determine, that is, the loss caused to the injured party in a particular case, and case to case basis that court may determine and issue the order and grant certain amounts to the aggrieved party as a damage or loss. So the parties always try to mitigate the damage है त्यस्तो ब्रिज अथवा ड्यामेज करारको शर्तको उल्लङ्घन गर्ने अथवा इम्पोसिबिलिटी बनाउने के सिचुएसनहरु क्रिएट नगर्नको लागि ड्यामेज मिटिगेसनको लागि अथवा मिनिमाइजेसनको लागि पक्षहरु द पार्टीज नीड टु बी serious on that matters or take into account that matters in due course of performance, in due course of fulfilling the contractual duties or obligations. So it is a duty of the injured party to take all the reasonable steps to minimize the loss follows from the breach of contract. If it is the established rule that the injured party claiming for damage had not taken such reasonable steps which he could do so, cannot recover for such loss resulting from his failure. So आफैले आफ्नै कारणबाट आफ्नो नेग्लिजेन्टको कारणबाट पक्षले कुनै लस बियर गर्नुपर्ने अवस्था आयो भने अर्को पक्ष त्यसको लागि जिम्मेवार हुँदैन. So not responsible and not required to perform if other party breach or violate that terms and condition. हैन एउटा पक्षले चाहिँ करारको उल्लङ्घन गरिरहेछ अर्को पक्ष करारको दायित्व पूरा गर्न बाध्य हुँदैन. So rule for quantum merit. Quantum merit भनेको चाहिँ रिजनेबल अमाउन्ट के यथोचित हैन रकमको दाबी गर्ने. So reasonable amount करारको उल्लङ्घनबाट भएको प्रत्यक्ष वास्तविक रूपमा भएको हानि नोक्सानी बापत मुनासिब रकमको दाबी गर्ने. So simply the term quantum merit means how much it is worth. So it is a claim for a reasonable payment for work done or service or goods delivered. A right to suit upon quantum merit usually arises after partial performance of the contract by one party. So यो quantum merit भनेको चाहिँ मुनासिब रकमको दाबी गर्ने भन्छ नेपालीमा. So त्यो चाहिँ कस्तो अवस्थामा भन्दाखेरि suppose the one party has already delivered certain service or goods to the parties, to the other parties, and but not completely done. सम्पूर्ण गरिएको चाहिँ छैन, सम्पूर्ण सम्पन्न गरिएको अवस्था चाहिँ छैन as per the contract. So later on, due to any kind of reason, a valid reason, so contract to perform that further remaining parts of the contractual terms and condition is impossible to perform. It becomes impossible to perform. Then in that situation, whatever the partial performance has already done or the supply of goods or service that has already been supplied to the other party, then the party is entitled to claim for that partial performance or partial the service or goods provided by that party, that is quantum merit. So where there is a breach of contract, the injured party instead of suing for damage may claim payment for what he has done under the contract. So it should be real and direct. यो चाहिँ प्रत्यक्ष र वास्तविक हुनुपर्छ क्या. अवास्तविक unreal amount of the damage cannot be recovered by the court of law. So you have to visit section 540 regarding the general rule for specific here. Okay, so moving towards the specific performance है. अब हामी अघि हेरेका थियौं क्वान्टम मेरिटियम भनेको यथोचित मुनासिब रकमको दाबी हैन, ड्यामेजको बदलामा मुनासिब रकमको दाबी. So it must be real and direct. So unreal and the indirect and other associated damage or losses cannot be recovered. अब यहाँ चाहिँ स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्स भनेको चाहिँ करारको यथावत परिपालना क्या, जे गर्ने भनेको छ. जस्तै जग्गा बेच्ने करार भएको छ भने जग्गै बेच्नु पर्यो क्या, जग्गाको ठाउँमा अरु कुनै पैसा दिएर कुनै अरु भेहिकल दिएर अथवा केही साधन दिएर कुनै अरु वस्तु दिएर हुँदैन भन्ने यस यथावत परिपालना भन्छ नेपालीमा लिगल टर्ममा स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्स. So which is stated in section 540 subsection 1, 2 and there are certain rules also specified there in section, particular section and subsection. So a specific performance is an announcement issued by the court which orders the defendant to carry out his obligations. The aggrieved party in certain cases only when the claims for the damage are not adequate, then remedy can claim for this remedy. भनेको यदि क्षतिपूर्ति हर्जना कुनै वस्तु कुनै क्याश दिने कुरा पर्याप्त छैन, जग्गा चाहिएको छ क्याश दिएर भएन हैन, सो जग्गै नै प्राप्त गर्नु पर्यो, बेच्नु पर्यो. एउटा पक्षले Mr. A and B enter into the contract to sell so particular valuable land, then the purchaser party claim for that specific performance. So जग्गै पास गरिदेऊ भनेर क्लेम गर्ने कुरा. Instead of land, so B is not ready to get or agree to get that certain amounts or handsome money or something like that. So B is not ready to receive such amount, so which is not adequate for that land. So he expect that the valuable land will in future that the land the price the increased and he will get that benefit from that land. So if B thought that and B may claim for the specific performance. भनेको एले ए सँग बी ले के गर्ने भो जग्गा नै पास गर्दिनको लागि द स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्स, किनभने कन्ट्र्याक्टमा त्यही नै लेखेको छ भने त्यही दाबी गर्ने. इन केस द क्याश compensation paid in consideration of the actual loss or damage suffered by the aggrieved party as a result of breach of contract is not reasonable or adequate, the aggrieved party may demand the execution of contract as stipulated instead of making a claim for compensation. So जे कन्ट्र्याक्टमा लेखेको छ जे तोकेको छ त्यसैलाई पूरा गर्न लगाउने, एक्जिक्युट गर्न लगाउने, कार्यान्वयन गर्न लगाउने. That is a remedies for specific performance. So it has also certain rules है, केही यसको पनि रुलहरु छ जुन अवस्थामा स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्स चाहिँ को क्लेम इन्टरटेन हुँदैन, स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्स को क्लेम इन्टरटेन हुँदैन. So here are some rules or situation that is stated in subsection 2 of section 540. So where the damage are an adequate relief. So damage loss को चाहिँ पर्याप्त त्यसको रिलिफ, त्यसको उपचार, त्यसको भरताल पूर्ति रिकभर हुन सक्छ भने स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्स दाबी गर्ने. So that is not granted by the court of law. So where the damage cannot be ascertained, damage दाबी damage कुनै निश्चित गर्न सकिने अवस्थाको छ. So where the contract is unequal to either party, where the contract is entered by trustee in breach of trust, where the contract is entered by an agent beyond the limit of the authority. So एजेन्टले प्रिन्सिपलले एजेन्टलाई सर्टेन अथोरिटी दिएको छ, त्यो अथोरिटी एक्सिड गरेर कन्ट्र्याक्ट गरिएको अवस्था छ भने so specific performance will not be granted. So where the contract is of personal nature, so contract to marry or something like that, and where the contract cannot supervise its carrying out, so where the court cannot supervise, अदालतले सुपरिवेक्षण गर्न नसक्ने प्रकृतिको कन्ट्र्याक्ट छ. So where the contract is impossible, where the contract is unlawful, so गैर कानुनी करार छ, करार गर्नै सम्भव नहुने खालको छ भने त्यस्तो केसहरुमा these are the conditions, these are the cases where the specific performance will not be granted by the court, and that is so injunction and necessary order. अब यहाँनिर injunction भनेको चाहिँ निषेधाज्ञा, लीगल टर्ममा निषेधाज्ञा भन्छ. कुनै काम पूरा गर्न यदि करारको कुनै एउटा पक्षले करारको शर्त पालना गरिरहेको छैन, करारको शर्त उल्लङ्घन गर्न खोजिरहेको छ, उसको कन्डक्ट उसको एक्टिभिटिजबाट देखिन्छ भने त्यस्तो काम पूरा गर्नबाट रोकेर करारको टर्म्स एन्ड कन्डिसन अनुसारको काम पूरा गर्न लगाउने. ओके, दैट इज इन्जंक्सन अर्डर और नेसेसरी अर्डर भन्छ. सो इन्जंक्सन भनेको चाहिँ निषेधै गर्नु, कुनै काम उल्लङ्घन गर्न गइरहेको छ, कुनै शर्तहरु पूरा गर्न गइरहेको छैन, त्यस्तो काम गर्नबाट रोक्नुलाई that is injunction. निषेध, prohibited order or prohibited act that is issued by the court order or maybe necessary order भने त्यस्तै such like order, त्यस्तै order कोर्टले जारी गर्न सक्छ. So claim for injunction and necessary order कसले दिन सक्छ? जो पक्ष यसबाट पीडित हुन गइरहेको छ. ओके, सो अर्को पार्टी सो आफै डिफल्ट गरेको छ, आफै करारको उल्लङ्घन गरेको छ भने चाहिँ त्यो अवस्थामा पनि के हुनुभयो? सो उसले स्पेसिफिक पर्फर्मेन्सको क्लेम पनि गर्न सक्ने भएन र इन्जंक्सन अर्डरको लागि पनि रेमिडीज क्लेम गर्न सक्ने भएन हैन त्यो उपचार. सो इन्जंक्सन इज अल्सो एन इफेक्टिभ फर्म अफ रेमेडी फर द पार्टी अफ द कन्ट्र्याक्ट. इट इज एन अर्डर issued by the court to restrain or prohibit a person from doing something or doing a particular work. This claim of injunction restricts the future possible events which will breach the contract. So अहिले नै भोलि सपोज भनौं न एले बीलाई जग्गा बेच्नु छ तर एले बीलाई जग्गा बेच्ने एक्टिभिटिजहरु देखाइरहेको छैन, सीलाई बेच्न लागिरहेको छ. सी को चाहिँ सिटिजनशिप सर्टिफिकेट माग्ने, उलाई पास गर्नको लागि कुराहरु गर्ने. सो बाइ कन्डक्ट बाइ एक्टिभिटिजबाट चाहिँ उले ब्रिज गर्न लागिरहेछ, बीलाई नबेचेर सीलाई बेच्न लागिरहेछ. सो देयर इज अ सिचुएसन, देयर इज अ सर्कमस्टेन्सेस that is in future there will be the breach of contract. सो कन्ट्र्याक्टको ब्रिज हुने अवस्था देखिन्छ अहिले नै, भविष्यमा भने. सो अहिले नै रोक्नको लागि सो नाउ, राइट नाउ, द पार्टीज, द अग्रीड पार्टीज क्यान फाइल applications to the court to restrict or to prohibit or to stop such kind of acts and activities which creates the breach of contract in future or which is most probably that creates the breach of contract in future day or upcoming day. So very soon छिटै नै त्यो खालको देखिन्छ अवस्था भने अहिले तत्काललाई त्यो पक्षलाई त्यस्तो काम गर्नबाट रोक्नु, that is injunction and other necessary or suitable order भन्छ, उपयुक्त आदेश भन्छ. This remedy follow the concept of the specific performance, and under this the court can issue the order for restrict the act which is against the terms of contract. It is also provide the preventive relief to the parties. हैन, प्रिभेन्ट गर्ने, कुनै काम पूरा गर्नबाट रोक्ने. सो प्रिभेन्टिभ रिलिफ द इन्जंक्सन. कस्तो अवस्थामा? यदि करारको शर्तहरू अनुसार पालन नगरेर शर्त सम्झौता उल्लङ्घन गर्न लागिरहेको अवस्थामा त्यो काम कुरा रोक्नको लागि. So A promised to sell his house to B. It means, in other words, that he will not sell this to other than B. If A is going to sell his house to C instead of B, he can go to the court for injunction. By the order of injunction, A is prohibited to sell the house other than B. It is therefore stop the party from doing a particular work. बुझ्नुभयो? Example, hello. So consequences of cancellation or voidance of contract. यदि करार रद्द वा बदर भएमा त्यसको परिणाम के हुने त? So if after a party to a contract has already received some cash or kind or any other benefit from the other party, or after the fulfillment of the obligation under the contract partially, the contract is cancelled by the consent of the parties, and the performance of the contract is not required under this part or the other law. The contract is voided or declared to be void according to the law, or contract becomes invalid or is cancelled on part such cash, kind, or service so received shall be returned upon having settled the accounts of cash or kind, even until the date of the contract being in force. छोटकरीमा यहाँनिर बुझ्नुपर्ने कुरा के छ भने, करार गर्ने कुनै पक्षले अर्को पक्षबाट करार बमोजिम केही नगद जिन्सी वा सेवा अन्य कुनै लिइसकेको अवस्थामा वा करार बमोजिम दायित्व आंशिक पूरा गरिसकेको अवस्थामा सहमतिबाट होस् अथवा केही गरी करार रद्द गरिएमा अथवा कानुन बमोजिम करार परिपालन गर्न नसक्ने भएमा त्यो लिइसकेको चीजहरु चाहिँ के भने क्याश जेमा छ, नगद जिन्सी जेमा छ, त्यो के गर्नुपर्छ? फिर्ता गरेर हिसाब मिलान गर्नुपर्छ. That is, and if any service or damage, any service or advantage other than cash or kind has been given, the party receiving such service or advantage shall pay a reasonable amount to the other party in consideration for such service or kind. यदि क्याशबाट अथवा कुनै हैन रकम, कुनै जिन्सी, कुनै उसबाट दिन नसकिने अवस्था छ भने सो त्यसको मुनासिब नगद बाहेक, जिन्सी बाहेक अन्य कुनै सेवा वा लाभ दिएको रहेछ भने त्यस्तो अवस्थामा चाहिँ त्यो मुनासिब रकम चाहिँ त्यो सेवा अथवा लाभ लिने पक्षले अर्को पक्षलाई दिनुपर्छ भनिन्छ. ओके, सो द कन्सिक्वेन्सेस cancellation or voidance of the contract. If it becomes necessary to institute legal action by the reason of failure to return the cash or kind or to pay the amount as referred to in subsection 1, a reasonable expenses incurred for that purpose may also be recovered. भनेको यदि त्यसरी नगद जिन्सी फिर्ता नगरेको वा रकम नदिएको कारणबाट कानुनी कारबाही गर्नु पर्यो, कुनै लिगल एक्सनमा जानु पर्यो र त्यस बापत कुनै मुनासिब खर्च, रिजनेबल एक्सपेन्सेस वा एक्सपेन्डिचर केही खर्च छ भने त्यो पनि भराइ लिन सक्छ. ओके, द पार्ट पक्षले. So these are all for today's session. If you have any queries, question, concern, you can put forward to me. Hello, I'll give you time for 10 minutes. You have to visit section 535, 537, 8, 9, 40 and 41 and subsection respectively that you have to go through, you have to visit, you have to English and Nepali version that you find in iLearn. If you get confusion after going through this section and subsection, then you can also consult with me for further clarification and response that I will be there to support you. Hello, have you any question, queries? बुझिरहनु भएको छ कि छैन?
No question, sir.
तपाईं बुझिरहनु भएको छ राम्रैसँग?
Sir, just बुझिरहेछ।
हो? अरु साथीहरु के छ? हेलो, सलिना, शेखर, स्मिथ, स्वरूप, प्रवीण, रमन, प्रशंसा।
बुझिरहेछ सर।
Okay, thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a good Friday. Have a nice weekend, all of you. Stay
Sir,
safe.
you have a
Take
nice
care.
Friday.
Okay. Bye bye. See you.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.